There are many things that the wealthy are aware of that you are not, and they want to keep it that way. After all, they must keep some secrets to themselves because they require some of you to remain poor or work for them in order for them to continue stacking those bags of cash. In this video, I'll reveal 4 rules that the wealthy don't want you to know about, and if you enjoy it, please like it. The first rule is the rule of protection. Have you ever wondered why you get out of bed every day and go to work? It's probably not because you enjoy getting up at the crack of dawn and dragging yourself out of bed, or because you enjoy having your boss micromanage you, or breathe down your neck all day. And it's certainly not because you enjoy sitting in rush hour traffic for 30 minutes in the morning, and again on your way home from work in the evening. Most people work to put a roof over their heads and food on the table, and maybe they'll have something left for retirement in 30 years. While most people can make money, they lack the skill of protection, which causes them to delay their path to financial freedom longer than necessary. So, what exactly is the skill of protection? It's keeping away things that want to chip away at your money dollar by dollar. It's the new car the wife wants that will take 5 years to pay off, or the huge mansion she wants that looks exactly like every other cookie-cutter overpriced house on the market right now. It's the keeping up with the Joneses mentality to buy whatever you think will impress your neighbors or friends. You must remain strong and avoid all of these, as they are only attempting to derail you from achieving financial freedom. What distinguishes the rich from the poor is their attitude toward money. Those with poor money management skills will buy liabilities such as an overpriced new car or home, whereas those with good money management skills will buy assets that will put more money in their pocket. For example, they might invest in stocks or real estate, which normally only increase in value. Being frugal with your money is what distinguishes the rich from the poor. Just like you can't keep a bucket full of water with holes, you can't out-earn poor money management. The second rule is the rule of time. As the late Steve Jobs frequently stated, the most valuable resource we all have is time. Unfortunately, most people do not understand how time affects wealth accumulation, so the majority of people will spend the majority of their lives in financial mediocrity or worse, trading hours for dollars. Those who master time also tend to master money. For example, if you work an hourly job, you are trading that 1 hour of time for whatever you get paid for that hour. So unless you make a ridiculous hourly wage, you will never get rich working an hourly job. The rich realized this a long time ago, which is why most low-wage jobs pay their employees by the hour. They don't want you to get rich, and this pay scale ensures that you don't. Another issue with time is that as we age, we have less of it to devote to earning money. For example, when I was young and single, I could easily work 14 hours a day. When you start having homeowner and relationship responsibilities, or when you have children, time isn't a resource you can maximize to get rich. This is why the wealthiest among us look beyond their own 24 hours when attempting to accumulate wealth. Most of the world's wealthiest people are business owners who have leveraged other people's skills, capital, time, and expertise. It's primarily how they became and remained wealthy in the first place. If you want to learn a new skill, for example, it will take time and there's no way around it. But once you become more successful, you can hire people to do things that you shouldn't waste your time doing. A millionaire, for example, is unlikely to cut his own grass or change the oil in his car. It's simply not worth their time. Building wealth becomes much easier once you understand how to capitalize on time, both your own and that of others. Before we go any further, if you like this video, take a moment to hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks. Moving on. The third rule is the rule of minimal savings. As kids, we were taught a penny earned is a penny saved, but what we weren't taught, how inflation works. Every year, the value of our savings decreases due to inflation. For example, if you saved $1,000 under your mattress 10 years ago, that $1,000 would only be worth $732 in today's money. So, is it wrong to save money? Well, yes and no. Let's go over why you should save money. First, everyone should have an emergency fund. This should only be used in extreme circumstances, such as a major vehicle repair or a housing expense, such as replacing your hot water tank or furnace. It's not to buy the latest iPhone that comes out every 6 months. Try to save 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses for a rainy day. Any remaining funds should be invested in high-yielding assets such as stocks, bonds, index funds, cryptocurrency, or real estate. For example, if you put $1,000 into an index fund that tracks the S&P 500 10 years ago, that $1,000 is now worth $2,634. Or if you bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin 10 years ago, which would have bought you 50 Bitcoins. Today, it would be worth $1,150,000. Investing has never been easier, and you can do it from your smartphone 24 hours a day. The wealthy understand that being truly wealthy does not entail amassing a plethora of meaningless possessions. True wealth entails not being indebted to anyone else, and not being told what to do by a boss. While expensive things are nice, having financial security and freedom is far more rewarding in the long run. The fourth rule is the rule of expectation. If you're like most people, you've probably told yourself that you'll be happy when you reach a certain salary or net worth. However, once we achieve that goal, we are never satisfied and tend to push our goal even higher. Putting off being satisfied and happy until later is a big mistake that most of us continue to make day after day. It is critical to recognize this because if we continue to push our goals further, our current and expected state will no longer align, resulting in frustration and discontent. For example, suppose you started a new job last year that pays $75,000 per year. You knew you deserved this income, so when the paycheck started coming in, you were more than satisfied. However, after a year of outstanding performance and gaining more experience, you still earn $75,000. But now you think you should earn $80,000. You expect that you should be making $5,000 more, but you aren't, and this is when resentment sets in. This $5,000 difference is your expectation gap, and you will never be happy as long as it exists. For instance, people are unhappy even after making $150,000 a year because they think they should be making $200,000. On the contrary, some people who earn $50,000 per year are overjoyed because they never expected to earn more than $40,000. To be financially content, you must close the expectation gap. This can be accomplished by making more or simply desiring less. Whichever option you choose, chances are you won't be happy until you fill the expectation gap. Did you know that only about 20% of people who watch our videos make it all the way to the end? We have a bonus tip for those of you who are still here. There is a distinction between being rich and being wealthy. When you make a lot of money by working, you are rich. When you are wealthy, you make money while you sleep. You know you're wealthy when your fortune would rise, even if you stopped working today. If you've learned the difference and made it your goal to build wealth in your life, write the word wealth in the comments so we can identify those of you who are still watching. We will try to thank as many as we can in one of the upcoming videos. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you found it useful, please consider subscribing to our channel and becoming a member of our awesome community. If you're still hungry for more, we've handpicked this video for you to watch next. See you in the next one.